All right, today we are going deep on Tesla. We're going to unpack the absolutely incredible story of their explosive growth over 4 key years. And we're going to use their own shareholder letters as our guide to see exactly how they pulled it off. So have you ever wondered how a company actually does that? How do they go from being a cool niche player to a force that completely redefines an entire industry in just a handful of years? Well, for Tesla, what's so fascinating is that the blueprint, it was published for everyone to see every single quarter. So we're diving inside their shareholder letters from 2013 all the way to 2016 to piece together the real story of that transformation. Okay, let's rewind the clock to 2013. This was the year that Tesla really laid its foundation. And it was all about one thing, mastering a single game-changing product, the Model S. So get this. In the last quarter of 2013 alone, Tesla delivered almost 7,000 Model S vehicles. Now, that wasn't just a good number. It was a huge signal to the market that they had a genuine, bona fide hit on their hands. But here's the thing. Sales numbers alone don't build a movement. The really crucial piece of the puzzle is that customers were head over heels in love with the car. I mean, a 99 out of 100 satisfaction score from Consumer Reports, that's practically unheard of in the auto industry. This crazy brand loyalty was the real bedrock they were building on. And even while they were crushing it with the Model S, they were already dropping clues about their next big move. Tucked away in that 2013 letter was this little gem: an affordable electric car in 3 years. They were planting the seed for what would become the Model 3, and a future way, way bigger than just luxury cars. Okay, let's move on to the next phase, 2014 to 2015. This is where things start to get a lot more complex, because Tesla starts adding these ambitious new layers on top of that solid foundation they built. All of a sudden, it's not just about one car anymore. They roll out all-wheel drive. They start putting autopilot hardware in every single vehicle coming off the line. And they launch the hugely anticipated Model X. Each of these things added a new layer of complexity, and with production ramping up, that snowball was starting to roll downhill and fast. But, that kind of rapid expansion, it came with its fair share of challenges. The letters are surprisingly honest about these growing pains. For example, they straight up admit they couldn't physically ship all the cars they made at the end of 2014. It's a classic problem when you're trying to scale that fast. So just imagine it. They're juggling new cars, new tech, production headaches, and then right in the middle of all that chaos, they made a move that nobody in the auto industry saw coming. They launched Tesla Energy. Now, let's be clear, this wasn't some fancy new car accessory. This was a whole new business aimed at changing how we power everything, from our homes to our electric grids. A car company pivoting into the utility sector, that was revolutionary. It showed their ambition wasn't just to sell cars, it was to build an entire energy ecosystem. And that brings us to 2016. This is the year it all becomes official. This is when Tesla explicitly redefines itself as something much, much bigger than just a car company. And you might think, with all this new focus on energy, that car sales would slow down, right? Well, nope. The exact opposite happened. Demand for their core products, the Model S and X, just accelerated. Orders jumped by almost 50% year over year. So to complete this new identity, they made a series of really critical moves. They bought SolarCity to bring solar power generation in-house. They bought a German engineering firm to master factory automation. And maybe most importantly, they started making their own battery cells at the Gigafactory. They were taking control of the entire supply chain. This quote right here from the end of 2016 says it all. This is their new mission statement. This is the moment Tesla officially tells the world, hey, we're not just a car company anymore. They're an integrated, sustainable energy company, period. And if you need any proof of just how massive their ambition had become, just look at this timeline. Their production plan for the Model 3, that affordable car they promised back in 2013, was just insane. Going from 0 to over 5,000 cars a week in a few months, that was a goal on a scale the auto world had pretty much never seen before. So let's put it all together. When you look at the delivery numbers side by side, it really hammers home the incredible speed of their growth. Okay, remember where we started, 2013? They delivered just over 22,000 cars. A solid number, for sure, but still just a niche player in the grand scheme of things. Just 1 year later, boom, 35,000 vehicles produced. That's over 55% growth in a single year. Most established car companies can only dream of a number like that.
Then, in 2015, with new products coming online, deliveries jumped again to over 50,000. The growth curve wasn't just steady, you can see it actually getting steeper.
And then check out the ambition for 2016. Their goal was to deliver between 80 and 90,000 vehicles, a plan to nearly double the year before. I mean, that is the very definition of exponential growth.
So here's the bottom line. In just 4 short years, Tesla used a fanatically loved product as a launchpad to build an integrated energy and transport company. And the amazing part is, the blueprint was there all along, and they're letters to us. From mastering one car to planning a global empire in 48 months, it really leaves you with one big question. What on earth will the next 4 years bring?